Good afternoon, CFM. It's Coach Matt. Welcome to another week of training. Today's our Monday workout. We're going to do some short, sprinty intervals today. And everyone should know that at the end of this week, we are targeting Gaza, which is a potentially long hero workout. So think about that as we go through the flow of the week. Okay, so today let's begin with a 3-minute warm-up pace cardio block, and then we'll get a couple rounds through. Grab a PVC pipe. I want you to start off with some pass-throughs, just loosening up the shoulder, and then switch to push press, which is going to mimic the movement that we're going to do in the workout, right? And part of the interval piece that we're doing today. And then you'll keep the PVC in the overhead position, lunge and torso twist at the bottom, 3 reps of that on each side. As we do the torso twist, do your best to not let your arms sag like that, but keep your arms pressed up tall, good posture as you rotate through each of those lunges. All right, next one is some forward somersaults. If you want to do backward somersaults, if you want to do log rolls, all of those are fine, but find some way to get your body upside down, tumble a little bit. Try not to hit the top of your head. The back of your head can touch the ground, or no part of your head can touch the ground, but try not to spike the top of your head into the ground when you do that. And then the last one, another little bit of vestibular stimulation, as well as some single leg balance work, the eccentric squat to a candlestick. I'm going to show the progression of this first. So let's say I don't feel comfortable going all the way to the ground and rolling backwards. I can just do my eccentric squat to a box, put my other foot down, and then stand tall, right? I would call that like the entry level version. I think everyone should be able to at least attempt that for a few reps. So I just use one leg to resist the motion on the way down. And we say eccentric, I just mean go slowly on the way down and then stand back up. And then the full version would be using one leg all the way to the bottom, down on the ground, and then candlestick back to your standing position, okay? 3 reps of that on each side. When we get through with that, we'll have a little time to set up our workout. What we'll have is a very short bike interval. So I'll have the bikes out in the middle of the room, and then off on your own side, I'd like you to have a box and a barbell and a pair of rings for your ring rows. And the way this will work is going to be 5 6-minute intervals, and each of those 6-minute intervals is broken into a couple components, right? The only part that's scored happens at the very beginning, right? And that is our 20-second Airdyne sprint. So for 20 seconds, I want you to go absolutely as hard as you possibly can. Try to tire yourself out, max that thing out. I want you to finish at the end so that you know you could not have gone 21 seconds, all right? That is how fast we want to go. This should be a legitimate sprint for 20 seconds. Then you will get a full minute and 40 seconds of rest. So what is that? It's like a 5-to-1 or 6-to-1 rest to work ratio. It should be enough rest that you are ready to do something else. You should not feel fully recovered by the end of that, but it should be close, all right? And then we're gonna go into just some either cash out or buy-in, however you wanna look at it. It could be the buy-in for the next round, but it's the required work component. And this is our box overs, our push press, and our ring rows. So in the next 3 minutes, so starting from the 2-minute mark, you're going to go over the box 20 times. So that could be either step up, rotate, and back down, or it could be jump, pop, which is a little bit quicker, takes a little bit more energy, but you'll get through them faster. There is no requirement for facing the box, for doing like one. I would like for a part of your body to touch the box on the top. So if you're tall, you can't just like step over and step back, all right? So don't do that. Just jump up or step up, whichever one feels better to you. And then that's 20 reps of that. Then you're gonna pick up your empty barbell, so 45-25, and dip, drive, press, push press for 20 reps. And then after you set your bar down, not drop your bar down, you're gonna go to your rings and you're gonna get 20 reps of a ring row, okay? And in that, you'll have 3 minutes to do those 3 exercises in quantities of 20, all right? And they'll take a little bit different, but think about a minute per each 20 reps. Not a terrible pace to hold on that, but it's gonna feel terrible after you just did that 20-second Airdyne sprint, and then you'll get a minute of rest before your next sprint, okay? So my objective for this when you're doing it is to give you one thing that is extremely challenging, and then the rest of it is just kind of work that has to be completed, and you have to maintain some amount of pace to get through it in 3 minutes. If you find that you are not getting through all of the ring rows by the end of the 3 minutes, then let's cut some reps down, shave it down a little bit for it. But you have to make sure that you are still working relatively hard through that 3 minute portion so that you can get your 1 minute rest and then go on to your next bike sprint, okay? And that is the workout for today. It's 5 6-minute intervals, so it's a total of 30 minutes, 29 minutes if you subtract out that last minute of rest, and that is it for the day. We're doing our strength work in the coming up days and then preparing for Gaza with an accessory day on Friday, and I'll see you then.